Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Another great episode of some stovetop yum yum. Today we are going to make Cuban style corn fritters, frituritas de maíz. This is a request from someone that I love very much in my family, and it starts right now. Welcome back. Today we are going to make corn fritters, Cuban style corn fritters, which are called frituritas de maíz. This is a request for me to do this video. Now, today I'm going to show you the very simple ingredients. So let's head over to the ingredients and check them out. Okay, you guys, here are the simple ingredients for our corn fritters. We're going to need 2 eggs. We're going to need a teaspoon of baking soda. We are going to need a cup of flour. We are going to use half a cup of granulated sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of milk. And today, you guessed it, today I am making it like my grandmother used to make it, with fresh corn. Although, if you'd like to use frozen kernels of corn or canned corn, that's fine too. Now keep in mind, the baking soda in this recipe is going to make our fritters nice and fluffy, and the milk is going to give it the milk that the kernels of corn are lacking. I will meet you at the stove. You don't want to miss it. Hey guys, I'm at the stove now, and I'm going to show you my great little tips for getting the kernels of corn off the cob and making sure it's not all over your stove, all over the floor, because the kernels of corn like to tend to fly everywhere. So I'm going to show you a little tip on how you can cut it if you decide to use fresh corn. This is my grandmother's recipe, and she always used fresh corn. Keep in mind, at this time of the year, you can stop over at your local supermarket. You can stop at Walmart, at any supermarket, Publix, wherever you'd like to shop. And for example, you can get fresh cobs of corn. It's a little bit dirty to clean with all the little hairs on it, but you can do it at your garbage can. Take all the peel it off, and you can find them for less than 30 cents. So I'm going to show you this little trick right now here at the stove of how we can easily cut this and not have one kernel of corn on the floor. So check this out. I have a bowl right here, and I have another small bowl in here. I'm going to invert it. So notice that this bowl has a little crease, like a little Tupperware bowl, so our cob doesn't turn. So we're going to put our cob on this bowl. Don't push down too hard because you don't want your corn to slide. So we're going to cut. Okay, so we have 2 or 3 kernels on the stove. All right, so that's a lot better than a lot more, don't you guys think? So as you can see, I'm cutting the corn. Very easy to cut. Cut it slow. Don't push too hard because, like I said, I was pushing a little bit hard. Shame on me. And I have a few kernels on the stove, but that's okay. That just keeps it very real how it is. So there's one down. So I am going to cut the rest of my cobs. I have 6 cobs of corn if you decide to use fresh corn. And when I come back, all the kernels off these will be off the cobs. And we are going to the food processor, and we are going to mix this in a minute and fry it. This is the fastest. This is, oh my God, these corn fritters are so delicious. And like I said, they're my grandmother's recipes. They're way over 40 years old. So this is a real treat. So when I come back, all these kernels will be off the, I don't know why my mouth, I'm sorry. All the kernels off the corns, off the cob, will be off the cob. We're going to come back. My food process is going to be set up. You're going to see how we throw all our ingredients in there, mix it right away, and then we're going to start frying. And you don't want to miss this, you guys. This is a recipe that is over 40 years old. I cannot wait to show you, and I cannot wait to taste. So I'll be right back, and I'll meet you at the stove. Hey guys, I'm back, and we are at the stove. Here's my handy dandy little food processor. Let me lower this a little bit so you can see it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to put in there is we are going to add 2 cups of corn, 2 cups of fresh corn. I have a little half cup here, so I'm going to put 4 of them. You guys can do the math. If you have like a full cup, if you see any of these little, I call them hairs, you can just pull them out if you see them. 3 and 4. If you have any corn left over, which I have a little bit left over, that's okay. You can put it in a Ziploc and throw it in the freezer. And the next time you make soups or you make chili or anything you like, then you can go ahead and use it for that. So for now, I'm going to put it aside. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bag it up and put it in the freezer. When I'm done, I have an inch and a half, about this much oil in the frying pan. About an inch and a quarter, inch and a half. Not that much. It's not going to be that deep. I have a plate here with a napkin. Will absorb it. I have a half whisk that I love so much to turn them. It's so easy. And I use an ice cream scoop. So the first thing we're going to do is get our batter ready. So we'll do that first. So we have the 2 cups of corn. We have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. We have a teaspoon of baking powder. We have half a cup of sugar. We have a cup of AP flour, you guys. A cup of all-purpose flour, you guys. How easy is this? Now, you're probably wondering why I don't put any onion or green onion to make it look pretty, or onion powder, or any garlic or anything. No. The star of this dish is the corn. And my grandmother never used anything to take away the taste of the corn. Pure corn. And that's what makes this so delicious. The sugar will add some sweetness. The milk will replenish the milk and the kernels. It'll help. I have 2 tablespoons of milk. Will I need more? I don't know. But I start with 2. So we shall see, because remember that there's water in the corn as well. So now I have 2 large eggs. I like to crack my eggs, you guys, in a little bowl first, because you never know what you're going to get. So, and you don't want to ruin everything you have in there already. So, all right. So this is perfect. So we have 1 egg. We're going to do 1 egg. Let me get my little spatula. We're going to pour 1 egg in there, you guys, and now I'm going to do the next one. Keep in mind, you guys, this is so easy. In the meantime, this is so quick that while you're doing this, you can heat the oil on your stove. Use vegetable oil when you're frying, because remember, like I had said, I use olive oil a lot. I love the smell, and it's so much better for you that you never, ever want to use more than 2 tablespoons, excuse me, of olive oil in a pan. I mean, it does not resist heat, you guys. Okay, so now we're going to drop our 2 tablespoons of milk. I know we're not going to need less. We might need a little more, maybe not. So let's see. So let's turn this loud baby on and see what we get. You guys ready? It's going to be loud. All right, here we go. Keep in mind, back in the day, my grandmother didn't have anything like this. She had a bowl and a fork. That's all she had. So now we have a little bit more technology. So this was like a long time ago. So let's see what happens. Wow, I can see that. Now keep in mind, you guys, we are pureeing this, but we don't want to totally puree it, because we want them to, you know, a little couple kernels to still be in there to have some texture. Sorry. So let's see how it's looking. Wow. Let me check it out. I'm going to grab a spoon out of my dishwasher, because I say it in every single video. That's where my utensils live now. Clean in the dishwasher. Okay, hold on. Look at this, you guys. Look at this. Look at that. Look at all the texture in that. Do you guys see all the texture in that? That means that when you put these in the oil with your scoop, it's thick enough. It's probably the consistency a tiny bit thicker than pancake batter. And you will have some texture in it. Still have some kernels in there. So you don't want to puree it all the way, because you want to have some texture. Oh my God, my mouth is watering, you guys. This is so delicious. And who's ever had my grandmother's friturita de maíz will understand how delicious this is. Their mouth is probably watering right now too. So I am putting my pan on high. I'm going to lower this a little bit. So my face is halfway here. All right, so let me put this on the sink. So what I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm going to wash my hands. Our oil will be hot when I come back, and we're going to get frying. And this is such a delicious snack, however you'd like to have it, or if you have company come over, and so easy to make. You don't want to miss it. I will be right back, you guys. Guys, my hands are washed. You guys, look at how beautiful this batter is. Look at that batter. You guys see it with some texture in it? Oh my God, it's so beautiful. The sugar will bring out the sweetness, the natural sweetness of the corn. That 1/4 teaspoon of salt will also bring out the sweetness. Those 2 tablespoons of milk are perfect to bring out that milkiness that the kernels of corn have. It all depends on where you live and how the soil is. Like the fresh corn here in the United States and our soil here, it's very watery. But if you go to Central America, if you go to Cuba, the soils are different. So when you're raising the corn in the cornfields, the corn, you notice when you grab a kernel and you squish it, pure milk comes out. So it's absolutely, so we're just helping it with that. So now our oil, I'm going to lower the camera so you can see me starting to make these. You guys, it's not going to be more than like browning it on each side. It's like 3 minutes on each side. It's really quick. So if you have company coming over, or if you have a potluck party, or if you just have, you know, guests coming over for a few drinks, or you guys just want to hang out. I know now not a lot of us are not hanging out together because we're with the coronavirus and the COVID-19, so which is the same thing, but it's kind of different now. But if you just want to plain make it for your family, that's perfect too. I make it as a snack. My husband, while dinner's cooking, my husband arrives home from work so hungry. He left at 6 o'clock this morning, and it's almost 7 p.m. and he's still working. So when he comes home while dinner's cooking, which won't take me long, I will give him this as a snack. So let me lower the camera, you guys. I can hear the oil. Here we go. Okay, you guys ready? They're in the pan. Look at these. Oh my God, it smells so delicious in here, you guys. Oh my God, hold on. Okay, so I'm going to start checking. Don't move away from your stove, please. This will cook in no time, in a flash. This is like the quickest. Oh my God, and it's so delicious, you guys. So, I remember my grandmother used to stand by the stove. When I turn these over and they start browning, I'll show you how beautiful they look. She used to always sit by the stove, and of course, since I was left-handed, she was afraid because there was oil in the pan. And she was afraid that I was going to hurt myself. So we're still waiting for this side to brown. So it's approximately 3 minutes on each side. Oh my God, you guys, this is so delicious. Now I have a plate here with 2 napkins to absorb any extra oil, since we are frying this in oil, because we don't want these to be greasy, which they won't. And like I said, the baking soda will help fluff these up. Oh my God. Look at how beautiful. Oh my God, look how beautiful this is. There is nothing to enhance this corn. Look at this. The only thing to enhance this corn is some sugar and some milk. Look at those fritters, how fluffy they are. Look at how beautiful those fritters are, you guys. And look at this, you guys. Look at how fluffy those fritters are. Look at that. From the baking soda. Oh my God. When I come back, you guys, we are going to plate, and I'm going to taste, and you guys, you don't want to miss it. I'll be back. Hey guys, I'm back. Oh my God, and I have the end product. Remember we had the napkin on the plate? We're going to grab another 2 napkins and lightly put it on top to absorb everything. Look at this, you guys. Look at how fluffy and beautiful these frituritas de maíz, these corn fritters are. Oh my God. It smells like my grandmother's house in here. It even brought tears to my eyes when I was a little girl. How perfect it is. So now I am going to taste it. Oh my God, I wish I had smell-o-vision. Okay, guys, I'm gonna grab one. First I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna show you the inside. Look at that, you guys. Look how fluffy that is, and look at the texture of the kernels of corn. Like I said, there's no onions. There's no some people make it with onions. I don't. The corn is the star of this dish, and only the corn. And the only ingredients that we're using for this dish are going to enhance the flavor of the corn. This is delicious. Let me take a taste. You guys, I think I'm gonna cry. This reminds me so much of my grandmother. This is so exact how she used to make it. You want to come take a taste?
Yeah.
Look who arrived in the kitchen, you guys. Take a little bite. These are corn fritters. They're hot. Be careful.
Corn fritter.
Yes, take a bite. Oh my God, you guys gotta taste it again just to make sure. Oh my God, the sweetness, the corn, the fluffiness from the baking soda, the binder we used. Oh my God, I'm gonna eat this whole entire plate. After you swallow it, you get that sweetness of the corn taste. You guys, you don't even need sauce with this or anything. Put these on a plate if you have company come over or for your kids to snack on. Listen, and this is the quickest snack you'll make. And this recipe is over 40 years old. Did you like it? Awesome. Okay, guys, so remember, you guys, if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. And if you subscribed, thank you. And if you haven't, feel free to subscribe, but don't forget the notification bell. That will notify you of all new videos coming up. And as always, Carlito, as I always say, au revoir, I love you, los quiero, and I will see you later until the next great episode of Stovetop Yum Yum.